me a shot. You want one?
Yeah, I'll take one with you.
You gotta start this thing off right. You know what's funny? When I don't do these episodes, people always message and like, are you still with the FNG Academy? Are you guys okay? What happened?
Like they're looking for drama.
Yeah, it's like, I'm still here. Sean's still here. We're all still here.
I always wondered if that's a thing. Like I was wondering if people are waiting for like this weird split to happen. And then, like,
yeah.
You know how like Donut Media did it?
Yeah.
Like a video will be posted on my YouTube channel, which I have, by the way. It'll be like why I left the FNG Academy. So did you guys get an editor? Or?
First off, if Abel left, it would be evident almost immediately because all of our videos would look like absolute crap. Yeah, you keep that.
I'm going to keep this shot glass because today we're going to be playing a very fun game.
For all the OG Beers and Breakdowns people, you might remember a while back, Sean and Abel did a game where I think it was anytime you cussed, you had to take a shot.
So you have to take a shot of whatever alcohol, in this case it's going to be tequila, and then I will have to read a prepared statement that's been prepared by Kurt, and I'd imagine is not going to make me look very good. So
we both have prepared statements, and we will be taking a shot anytime somebody cusses, which is a slippery slope because the more shots you take, the more you cuss, generally.
Frank Grillo is obviously in this movie that we're about to watch, so anytime you say Frank or Frank Grillo in any combination, anytime you reference him by name, you have to take a shot, whether if it's his character name or whether if it's his real name.
Oh, no. Anyways, for those of you who are here, welcome back to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. We are doing Hounds of War, a new movie. I got to say his name in the intro, at least. A new movie by...
No, that starts... It's effective immediately.
Oh, no. Okay, well, we're doing Hounds of War. It's a new movie by an amazing actor who has been in some of the most critically acclaimed films that you can imagine.
Who's a very, very busy actor. He makes a lot of movies.
He's got... Yeah, 2 of the movies came out on YouTube in like the span of a month or 2. What's funny, I recommended this and Sean immediately started giving me shit about it. It was like, I don't know if you're being serious. Like, he's got terrible movies. I think his movies are kind of exciting. So.
I'm kind of with him on that one. I get pretty scared when I see like a insert Steven Seagal title here, and then I see him on the cover of it, because to me it definitely says that there was probably not the biggest budget and the best writers involved. They just wanted to make a cool movie, which I get. But sometimes when you sit down and decide you're just going to make a cool movie, you make a pretty shitty movie. I just cussed.
Well, we're starting now. We'll start it now.
Okay, we'll start right now. Okay.
All right. You see, this is going to be difficult.
Oh, man, it's going to be tough.
Hey, you notice, still wearing the barbell apparel, man. I love barbell apparel. I wear it in the mornings to the gym. If I'm going out to dinner, I'll toss on the barbell apparel jeans. I even wore barbell apparel to my friend's wedding because they've got amazing dress shirts. They're fitted, athletic fit. They're perfect dress shirts. Also, right now, check them out. They've got a deal going on. You get a free hoodie with any purchase over $99, and that goes on all month. So check that out. They sell out all the time, though, so you might want to hop on that quick. But yeah, thank you, Barbell Apparel, for sponsoring this video.
Sweet. All right, so let's get this started. Let's hope that I don't black out in the process of this. As you guys know, I typically don't ever get drunk during an episode. I can't say the same for my friend here and for Sean. They, for whatever reason, somehow get tanked throughout the filming of those episodes. Well, I'm also typically in the background.
Don't lie to people, because Abel's just in the background getting wasted during these episodes.
Yeah, but my tolerance is also higher than both of you.
That's true.
All right, get there fast. Tell me where you are.
Can you get there fast then, bullet?
Don't go anywhere. Turn it off now. Look at this guy's hair. He just took off his helmet and you see his hair. It's beautiful.
It's like perfect.
It's perfect.
It's like going out in the front, like he's got like the inside of the helmet is shaped to his hair.
There's no way this dude just took off a helmet, a motorcycle helmet. You wear a helmet. Well, you don't have hair either. But there's no way this guy took off a helmet.
Why you got to bring that up like that?
I'm sorry, man.
Like, I'm wearing the hat so that it's not even a thing, and then you have to point it out.
But this guy. This guy.
I almost said his name like a couple of times already.
I know.
Because I wanted to say, hey, this guy's got good hair, but I was like, oh, say his name.
I mean, just let this set the tone for the rest of the movie, because as unbelievable as it is that he's going to have a helmet or have hair like this after wearing a helmet, it just gets better from here.
The standard issue. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Is that a guitar?
It's a guitar case.
Like Desperado?
Okay, stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to subdue a human being and knock them out all at the same time in one quick go, buy the new Shocker 3000.
It's I don't know what it is about movies, man. They always make these stun guns and like these little things like incapacitate people permanently. Like this guy's dead, I think, or he's just in some catatonic state. He's just gone. He's suspended his reality with one little hit from the stun gun.
The word tactics has just been added.
Okay.
You need to start making some mistakes here.
What did you say?
Operative 3519 has snapped.
So that's his name.
After the president.
Well, one of them.
The number?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with the sub-bass whoosh?
That's kind of sick. I don't know. All right, so this one is more on like the tactical side of what's going on. Is that is that not allowed? Tactical?
No.
I changed it.
I just said
I said
you can't say
tactical.
tactics. It's the same thing.
Oh, you're an asshole. I said tactical. I put a different ending on it.
I just said the word. But
all right, I'm a man of honor.
It's any derivative of that word or any other version of it.
All right, fine. This is gonna be dangerous.
This is gonna be well. We have to. We've already gone through how many?
We have more episodes to film today.
I don't care. You know, like that those TikToks where it's like,
oh, this is the first drink.
My name's Abel. This is my first drink. Right? This is like, this is our first show.
Oh, I forgot about that part. All right. I make really weird noises in my sleep because I am dreaming about men.
I made the statement before we did this that I'm not good at this.
I make noises because I'm dreaming about men. Boop.
Okay. Well, let's see what your chops are like.
I just saw it.
What is wrong with you?
On, read it. Read it.
I love mixed nuts. You're gonna say that mine is stupid? Granted, I think yours is funnier, but
that's hilarious.
When is the last time you saw me eat mixed nuts?
Hey man, look. Mixed nuts can mean many things. Back to the show. What I wanted to talk about on this one is this guy, you see he's taking a shot at the president. I'm not sure what kind of sniper rifle he has. I didn't get a good look at that.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about is what he's doing is what we call high angle shooting. Okay. So he's like however many stories up in the air and the president's on the ground level. And, you know, I didn't go to sniper school. I did a couple sniper courses with our 18 Bravo. And so I don't know all the intricacies of high angle shooting, but I know it's one of the more difficult shots you can make because you have it's just being at that like such a high angle. There's a lot of things you have to consider, a lot of factors. And so I know they do it because it's a movie. And so you see him put the reticle right here on his chest and it's just like point and shoot and that's where the bullet goes. But in a shot like that, there's so many other factors that he has to contend with. He's not going to have that reticle straight on him. And I know, again, it's for the movie. Otherwise, you would see him like aiming up and above and people would be like, oh, he missed. How'd he hit him? But in reality, it wouldn't work like that. It's pretty hard shot. And what's pretty cool, actually, is you can look up on, you can Google, there was an SF team that got to go to, I think, the Patriots football stadium, and or maybe it was Green Bay Packers, and they let them practice in the stadium. They had targets down on the field, and the snipers were like up at the very top part of the stadium, and they're shooting down and practicing.
Who's taking the shot in this one?
The good guy.
Oh.
Before we're dragged into a proxy war.
Oh, it's the guy from Terminator. The Liquid Man. Oh, damn.
All right, stop right there.
Is that Ving Rhames' son?
It does. I was like, who does this guy look like? It's Ving Rhames. All right, so the first guy here that reminds me of Johnny Danger or whatever his name is.
Oh, Johnny Strong?
Johnny Strong. All right, so.
Oh, you stabbed us in the heart.
This guy, and I'm trying to look at it. I can't tell. It looks like he's putting his optic, his scope on the sniper rifle. It's really far forward, so I was thinking maybe, you know, like old school like night vision devices would go on in front of your scope.
Yeah.
But I think this is actually his scope, which, I mean, it's probably something to show that they're getting ready, but a sniper system, when you have your rifle and your optic like that, it's very important that it's like targeted correctly. Yeah. Like you have to sight that thing in, and to think that you would remove it and then put it back on and think that your scope is zeroed is unfathomable.
So it's not zeroed in anymore if you remove it?
Because there's always, like, it's so minute, the difference can be. Like, that needs to be a super precise weapon. So the fact that we never had anything in my day that you could remove and just put on and be like, oh, it's good. You would always have to go sight that thing in. And to the point where all of our sniper systems were protected. Like, they're always in padded cases. They only came out when it was time to actually fire them for the most part, unless you're, like, going on a patrol with one. But even then, it would be protected to some extent so that scope doesn't get jarred too much and get bounced around and knocked around. So the fact that he's just going to put it on and be like, ha, I'm good. I don't believe that. Look at that hair again.
Hey guys, we made it. Khalid is ours.
He's just flag him.
That was quite possibly the worst example of how to clear a room. For one, he's a one-man clearing team at that point. His partner just left him just to die. He walks in completely fixated on what's right in front of him. The guy could be to the left, the guy could be to the right. He doesn't know. He just walks in and is just like, kill me, please. And then like slowly turns around. If there was any bad guy in that room, this guy would be dead.
So he didn't dig any corners and there was no tombstone.
He didn't dig nothing. But you see, Frank's got the most beautiful hair. No matter what, any scene in this movie.
Kurt's gonna get rock.
This episode of Beers and Breakdowns is sponsored by Tequila Ocho. Tequila Ocho, for all the fun without the hangover.
Barbell's like, fuck you guys.
I'm a terrible driver, and I wish I was as good as Abel. Are you fucking... Are you kidding me? I'm a terrible driver, and I wish I was as good as Abel.
Don't make me say this.
What's it say? Which one is it? Read it.
I am proud to be Andy Stump's power bottom.
Oh.
Grenade? Did he just get lit up in the plate? Oh, there's that
doom.
Doom, yeah.
All right, you could stop there.
All right, was it just me, or did he just get lit up in the plate before he went down?
I'm assuming it was in the plate all over, but I guess they can't really put the pyrotechnics anywhere but on the plate. That's what I'm assuming.
Which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I would assume blood splatter would come out of, like, his arms and head.
Yeah.
But all I saw was dust flying out of his plate.
So, Abel, I know you're not a... God dang it, I almost said...
Yeah, I knew it. Oh, come on. I was like, oh, it's going to come out right now because...
I know you're not...
Decisions are being made here.
Yes, you're not a master of combat maneuvers and methods.
The combatial arts?
Yes, the combatial arts. But if you're in that position, is there anything like you would have done differently?
You mean his brother? In terms of what his brother did?
Yes.
I would have just thrown the grenade.
Very good. Very, very good. This guy just sacrificed himself. So he's got a wife who is pregnant with his first child at home.
Yeah.
And this guy sits there and in his moment is like, I'm out of bullets, therefore I am useless. I shall now take my grenade and run at these guys as fast as I can. Why don't you just throw the grenade? They're in a bunch. Like, you can cook it for a second. Pop the spoon, give it a little count to 2 or 3, and then just toss it. You don't got to kill yourself. Here's the other part. He stands up. He's like, oh, I'm going to do this. He holds the grenade. Imagine they shoot him right between the eyes, and he just crumples on himself, and the grenade just, like, rolls back. And so now the guys are there, and he just blows up his dead body.
Right.
And they're fine. Tactically, god dang it. God dang it. That's the one.
Ooh, that bad boy's going down. Look at that thing. And then you get to read one of my masterpieces.
Can't wait to see what this one says. I drive a colored Jeep. Let's talk about my Jeep.
This is Kurt's Jeep. What is that color even called?
My Jeep is what's called a bikini pearl color.
How come yours is okay?
Because Andy Stump said that. I would like to see what Andy says about my Jeep. I bet he'd say, oh, cool Jeep, dude.
was the. Oh, I almost cursed. It was the. It's the stun gunner. The stun gun 3000.
So I just thought this scene was fitting because in the recent current events that have gone on, we've got Secret Service dropping the ball again. The president gets shot.
Yeah.
Their car gets immobilized, so they just throw him into the first vehicle that pulls up. They don't verify. All they see is like, oh, it's an ambulance. Let's put the president in there. And lo and behold, they're kidnapping the president. Mm-hmm. And then she comes back out with the stun gun. And we've already seen what that stun gun's capable of. And I wish I had the knife right now. I would hit you with it so hard.
That guy just dodged death.
He did.
And he doesn't even know.
He has no idea what that stun gun is capable of.
If he gets hit with that stun gun, he's going to the shadow realm.
It's like...
if he gets touched by that stun gun.
People are always talking about gun control. It's not gun control. You got stun gun control.
Stun gun control.
Because clearly these are the real enemies out there on the streets.
Hey, did you see Rebel Ridge?
No.
You didn't?
What is Rebel Ridge?
Do you even watch our channel?
Yeah.
You don't watch these if you're not in them, huh?
Rebel, no. Stop that. I think that's ridiculous because, look, I don't know the Secret Service's TTPs.
The TTP.
And I'm not going to go into what that means because I'll have to take a shot.
I was like, explain it. Break it down.
It's the bad T word techniques and procedures, basically how they operate. But this guy, who's also Secret Service, gets out and starts shooting at the ambulance that has the president inside of it.
Yeah.
He has no shot. There's nothing to shoot at.
He's just firing.
You can't fire at a person. You're just firing at the vehicle. He somehow hits the tire, which I guess good on him. But and he's bouncing down. They're both bouncing and moving through the street. The chance is there that you're going to hit the president. I don't know the TTPs, but I guarantee that's not one of them.
One of the worst parts about this entire sort of scene that's going on here is kind of summing up the movie and like most bad movies. And what happens is that when you try to make a movie, you want to, and you're too influenced by other movies, you get shots for the sake of getting shots, right? So you just basically have a compilation of really cool scenes that you assume would be in a good movie because you've seen so many. Yeah. So this is just a collection of videography shots that whoever was in charge of this movie was like, it'll be dope if it has this in it because I saw Mission Impossible and they had these shots.
That's why it's valuable to have you in these because you come at it from more of a cinematic perspective where Sean and I look at it from like a military perspective. And it's like, we know that it looks goofy, but you're like...
And this is, by the way, not at all like in a critique way that I'm saying it. If you told me to make an action movie, I would 1,000% do this because I am not in the business of making action films. And so I would just take from everything I've ever seen and be like, well, last I checked, an action film has this one, this one, this one, and this one. And so I have to get all these shots, even though they're not motivated by anything happening in the film. There's no reason I actually have them because nothing's taking place that would cause that to need to be seen. But I saw it in a cool movie once, so that means that it has to be in our action film.
Yeah, it's like Tommy Bahama.
Yeah, he's got the head on in the cigar. So what is that?
Mother...
I've got a couple things to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if I was going to decide to take somebody out by surprise finally, right? And I'm going to catch him in his car pulling up wherever. Why wouldn't I shoot him with a suppressed rifle or some sort of a suppressed gun instead of blowing it up and drawing the most attention to myself possible to kill one person when I'm going to be literally 5 feet from him staring at him?
All of the witnesses, when the police come, are going to be like, yeah, there was a man standing there in a black leather jacket in Cuba, by the way.
It's like 700 tourists just videotaped you doing that.
It's 110 degrees. There's a guy in a black leather jacket with perfect hair that didn't move, and he stood 20 feet from the car and watched it and then slowly walked away. I think he's our main suspect. For those of you who haven't stood around explosions before, I've stood around quite a few explosions. For one, you're not going to stand that close to an explosion that's that big. Like, the fire is not the part that's going to hurt you. It's going to be the shock wave. Well, you've got the shrapnel too, but before that is the shock wave that's going to go through you and take every breath of air that you had inside of your body and just expel it out. Other than that, this clearly it's not like what we would call a cutting charge. Like C4 is a cutting charge because it'll cut through things. This is more like a hot charge or something that's more of a. It's got more of a fire-based component because as soon as it exploded, the main thing you saw was the fire coming out. It's going to be freaking hot for 2, or would that be for 1? I don't know what number I'm on right now.
I don't think you said 1 in the first place.
Anyways,
so I don't know.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a small, like something that with all that fire, you're going to have like cans of gas that, like, you're going to be walking up with cans of gasoline, putting it in while he's drinking at the bar. Anyways, like the rest of the movie, it's not believable, but the main part is this guy's hair didn't move again. That was Hounds of War. Let us know what you thought of that movie. Let us know what you thought about Abel's BMW and my Jeep and which one was cooler. And
you mean which color was?
Other than that, let us know in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out Barbell Apparel. They got the hoodie sale going on. Once again, free hoodie with a $99 purchase or more.
Really quick, I would also like to pump the fact that we have a collaboration going on with Barbell right now. It's called Chase Fear. We have a line of shorts and t-shirts just like this one. You guys are going to see some come up on the screen. If you guys want to support the channel, the best way to do that right now is to obviously like and subscribe. That really helps us with the algorithm. But if you want to support what we're doing in real life, day to day, please go. The best way is to go to Barbell and check out the apparel. You'll see the link right here. You guys get a cool shirt. We get a couple bucks so we can keep flying around and making this content happen. Again, we were talking about this with Sean. There's a really, really cool thing that we did recently where we went to Florida. We filmed some stuff. I took my cameras. I'm editing it right now. I am literally crumbling under the pressure of it because it's such a monumental task to edit somewhat of a, I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be really, really cool. And by buying the shirts and stuff that we have going on with Barbell Apparel right now, you guys are really supporting that cause and helping us do these things that we're doing. So thank you guys so much.
Yep. And if any of you are actually interested in becoming a Green Beret, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/FNG Academy. That's where we put all of our inspirational, motivational videos now. So check us out there. And like Abel said, we'll see you on the next one where we're going to continue on with this bottle of Tequila Ocho. All the fun without the hangover. See you on the next one.
Reach out.
That would be sick.